Kelce available at podium 1.
Jason, how tough were things to end the way it all panned out there?
Yeah, it's frustrating. I don't know though. I'm proud of all the guys. I'm proud of my teammates. It's close. Whenever you're playing in this game, it's usually going to be close. You're playing good teams, and just didn't get it done. Hats off, obviously, to the Chiefs. So it's frustrating not to win, but it is what it is. Move on. Yeah, it's a frustrating one, but we made up for it, kind of. But yeah, it's there were plenty of mistakes to go around today. I certainly had mine. Everybody's gonna want theirs back, but you don't get them back. But I thought, I thought we played hard. Jalen played a hell of a game. Probably one of the only reasons we were in it. So, really, really happy for the way Jalen played and performed. I don't think so. I mean, I think, we only got the ball a few times. We had, for the most part, we were moving the ball. We just kind of stalled out on a couple plays, stalled out on one with a blitz. Could have gotten into a better call on that one, which is frustrating. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm happy the way we played offensively and the way guys battled. What's that? Yeah, I'm just happy for him. Congratulations. It's hard to get here. I hadn't quite let the emotion get to me yet. I'm sure we'll have a more emotional interaction. Still frustrated at that point, but really, really happy for Trav. Played his ass off. That team deserves everything they had coming to them. They've earned it. Got a lot of respect for everybody in that organization. There's a lot of people in that organization that gave me my start in this league, including the head coach, Andy Reid. So obviously would have liked to win, but, happy for Trav for sure. Going to be an awkward podcast. But.
Sorry. What was Jalen Hurts' reaction in walking back with? I mean, he played a heck of a game.
I'm not going to lie. I was out on the field for a long time. I have not seen Jalen yet. I was not in there for a lot of the stuff, and I kind of came here pretty much right after.
Can you touch on the game that Jalen did play? You've been on this stage before, he hadn't. You mentioned it briefly, but putting on the ground, how would you assess it?
Well, I think the ground, through the air, he made some obviously huge throws. Both offenses came ready to go. Kind of was one of those things where probably whoever had the ball last was going to be in a good situation. We knew when we gave it back to him with 5 minutes, you're hoping that somebody makes a play, but it's a tough task. I mean, that's, Pat Mahomes is the MVP for a reason. He's a great quarterback. But yeah, I mean, I'm proud of Jalen Hurts, not just for the way he played tonight, for the way he played all year. He's clearly changed the dynamic of this team and offense. It's pretty hard to defend right now because of him.
Jason, what message do you think it sent when after the fumble, he carried the ball on the first snap, he scored on that play, or on that next drive, keep going back to him rushing after the fumble? What message did that send?
I don't know. We all felt confident he was going to come back and make up for it. The fumble was obviously unfortunate, but, he definitely, I think, more than made up for that play. Gave us an outstanding chance to win that game, and played really well down the stretch, I thought.
Jason, one of the things Travis said next door was that despite winning the Super Bowl, one of the things he was proud of this season was kind of how you guys have become closer and the journey that you've had together. What has that meant to you as well?
Yeah, no, I think, I've talked to my brother more this year than I've talked to him since college, probably. And he's an incredible person, and it's been truly a joy, probably one of my most enjoyable seasons, both as an Eagle and, as a brother. And, really, really happy for him. It's been awesome to talk to him every week, laugh with him every week, and I look forward to doing that in the off season. Going to be an awkward podcast for me, this next one, but can't win them all.
This will still be a special memory for you, even though the result didn't turn out the right way.
Well, yeah, you'll always think about it, I'm sure. This is my first time losing a Super Bowl. And, right now I'm just thinking about the plays that, I wish I had back, as I'm sure everybody else is. But, it's the way it goes sometimes. I don't know. I'm not going to get into whether they got it right or wrong. I think they called it, and that's the way this goes. I've said this before. I'm never going to be somebody that puts a blame or anything on officials. It's a hard job. They make a call. It is what it is. And, there were multiple other moments in that game to take care of business. And, I think that, we were close, and we could have won that game without the officials without that call being a determining factor. I'll come. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think you go into every year thinking you're going to be a Super Bowl contender, and I don't really ever go into a season not anticipating this, to be honest with you, and I've only done it twice. The quarterback is a huge part of that. There's a reason why, there's a lot of similar faces that come back to the Super Bowl at the quarterback position, and late in games they become that much more important. And Jalen, I think, has proven that he is in that class of player that is going to give your organization an opportunity to compete for Super Bowls year after year. I mean, both teams have to play on it. I don't think it ended up being an advantage either way. I think both teams probably had their fair share of slips and whatnot. I thought it was fine. I thought it could have been a better field for sure. But, one of the beautiful things about football is you play the conditions of the day. I think, this is a dome, so you should always kind of probably have good field. But I don't necessarily like that. I like when it's raining and snowing, and, the teams that adjust on the day are the teams that end up deserving to win. So as long as it's not increasing the chance of injury, which it didn't look like it did, I'm perfectly fine with it.
2 more questions for Jason, please.
First time you hit the future of this franchise, Jalen Hurts, he had another great performance tonight, but moving forward, he might get a contract extension. There's some other players that time might be coming up for them.
Sure.
What's your perspective on that?
I mean, this is the way the league works. I've seen, obviously Carson Wentz get a big contract, and I've seen guys get paid across the league, and, Howie Roseman has a lot of work this offseason. There's a lot of free agents and a lot of guys coming up, and that's one of the things that's frustrating is obviously we knew as a team that it was going to look very different the next year, and there are a lot of guys that had been here for a long time, and we'll see how that unfolds over the offseason. But all in all, it's good for the organization. It's good for the Eagles. It's a good position to be in when you're having to make these decisions. That means everybody was playing well, and you're evaluating players and signing good players. So I have full confidence that we'll have a great team next year, and Howie will do a good job of figuring out that side of it.
So next year, last one, please.
What's up?
Next year, you're coming back.
I'm not saying that yet. We'll see. I think, there's a lot of factors at that, and I think, one day, I'll soon. Hopefully, I can answer that question.
All right, thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Take it easy.